Well, it's official, guys. Frank Castle, the Punisher, is back. I'm going to give full spoilers. So, not that there's much really to spoil, but if you haven't seen it, spoiler warning. Watch it, then watch this video. Pretty simple. Okay, you have been warned. So, what are my thoughts of this Punisher One Last Kill? Frank Castle's last kill as advertised. And a lot of people probably thought, what does that mean? One last kill? Is that just a catchy, title to just make people go, oh my gosh, what does this mean? Is Frank Castle going to die? What does this last kill mean? Obviously, we knew he wasn't going to die, one, because Frank Castle, the Punisher, just got into the MCU. We're not going to get rid of him. Also, it's been pretty obviously confirmed that he's going to be in Spider-Man Brand New Day. So this was just a fun little segue. What was this going to be? I kept asking, is this going to be tied into the events of Daredevil Born Again Season 2? Is this going to be a prelude to Spider-Man Brand New Day? So many questions, and did it answer those questions? Not really. I will say, maybe I'm dumb. I'm probably dumb, but I think I missed something. So I'm not entirely sure when this story takes place, and I'm not entirely sure why the entire city is in complete chaos in the way that it is in daytime. Clearly, Frank Castle is put or living in an area where it's just crime ridden everywhere. You have the opening scene be this random group of thugs who mess with this old man and his little dog, take it, and throw it in front of a truck. Really setting the stage early that those guys are a-holes, and I'm waiting around for Frank Castle, the Punisher, to take them out. Little did I know, we're not going to fully get there. We're going to have this giant psychosis of Frank Castle dealing with the trauma of his life. Like, all the loss, all the pain, all the hurt, and he's going crazy. He's literally going crazy, and he is envisioning his wife, his kid, one of his old buddies from previous seasons, Karen herself, right? All these different visions throughout the first 25 minutes is essentially what is happening. It's just the psychosis of Frank Castle and his trauma. He goes to visit his wife and his kids at the cemetery, and he actually puts a gun to his head and he wants to end it all, and he envisions his daughter, who basically stops him in that moment, and he really, really believes that he sees her, and then she's gone, and then he's losing it. He's doing the vintage Frank Castle yell. Jon Bernthal as the Punisher is fantastic, as always. And then we get, at some point or another, he's in a shop, right, and there's this another crazy guy, and he's trying to buy food, and it's just like this family with this little girl, and it's obviously their shop where they sell coffee or food or whatever. And in that, there's a scene where they show the news where Frank Castle is basically picked off every last one of any family member that has been tied to killing his family in his origins. And I believe it was they're pronounced the Nucci family. It was Gnucci, I believe. Sorry if I'm butchering how to pronounce it. That ties in later, where one of them survives. We find out he doesn't kill one of a mother in the family who's obviously pissed. Finds Frank Castle with her buddy who stands like a guard, and instead of just killing Frank Castle on the spot, she says, "Hey, I ordered a hit on you. You have until 6:47, I believe the time was, where everyone is going to try to kill you for money. So, good luck." So at the 25-minute mark of this 50-minute special, that's when the action picks up, and now it's just a Frank Castle, John Wick-esque style kill fest. And it really emulates John Wick 3, or the end of John Wick 2, where John Wick does some things. I'm not going to spoil John Wick if you haven't, but they basically set up this giant, bounty on John Wick, lead it into John Wick 3. They might even did that in John Wick 2. It's hard to remember off the top of my head, but 100% that's all the plot is of John Wick 3. There's no plot of John Wick 3. It's actually my least favorite John Wick movie, because there's really no plot. It's like, okay, everyone try to hunt down John Wick, And John Wick is John Wick, so he's going to kill everyone that tries to get in his way or tries to kill him. And that's essentially what this story is. It's okay, everyone's out to get Frank Castle, and he's a guy that you do not want to mess with. He's the Punisher, so everyone's trying to kill him, and he kills them first, right? And he kills them all. He kills them brutally. Some really fun, creative kills, some really good stuff. Just what you expect, what you want out of a Punisher special. I just expect this to be a fun Punisher taking out a lot of people. And that's pretty much what this was. Punisher definitely seems to get sick of it as all the killing is going along. He's really getting annoyed by the end. And we circle back to the family where he basically sees the one girl and basically looks at her like that's his daughter. And he was looking at the innocent shop guy, and it was like the Punisher said, you know what, I'm done with the vengeance stuff. I'm not going to take out the lady who set the bounty on me. I'm just going to save this nice family who's innocent because I know what it was like to lose my family. I thought that was a nice hero-type moment for Frank Castle, who's not just about vengeance and all these other things. He's showing that he wants to do good. And I think that was maybe the element of the one last kill aspect where we're going to see him in Spider-Man Brand New Day where it's going to be PG-13. I'm like, how is that going to work? I'm still unsure how that's going to work, but now maybe the Punisher wants to be more of a hero and stop bad people from doing bad things to good people and not just out for vengeance, more or less. So he saves that family. We fast forward later. He goes visits his family at the grave, right? He feels good about himself. He basically says, you know what, maybe I will keep going. Maybe I will push forward. Because like I said earlier, he was thinking about putting a gun to his head and ending it all. And then he realized there's good that he can use with his abilities. Fast forward again, we circle back to the beginning of the episode where that a-hole who killed that innocent little dog and threw it in front of the truck is about to attack another sweet old couple, and the other original old guy who lost his dog happened to be nearby. And the Punisher comes out with his full Punisher gear, which I realized, or didn't realize until that moment, that he wasn't in his Punisher gear the entire episode. And I think I would have liked it more if he was. Really shows how much aura the Punisher costume really has, because I didn't really feel the weight of his killing before that as much. I mean, it was fun, right? It was John Wick-esque, like I said, but man, when he put on the Punisher, the skull in that final scene, it definitely made more of an impact. I'm sure the music amped it up and stuff like that to make me really be hype on it. He got a fresh haircut for that one. He was ready to go. And basically the guy's like, yo, he didn't just take my hat. He took something else from me. And Punisher's like, all right, you're done. And we get that final shot where he points the gun and it ends there, which was the main trailer shot for this show, was that scene. And that was his one last kill. It's funny, the one last kill was the main kill that they were showing in the trailer. And I'm sure Frank Castle's going to kill more people. Maybe not. Maybe Spider-Man won't allow it in Brand New Day. Who knows? It's definitely going to be PG-13. For his one last kill, I think there is a little bit of a story there in the sense of like Frank Castle is turning over a new chapter, a new leaf. He's putting his grief and his pain behind him in a way. I'm sure it's always going to be there, but he's ready to move forward and actually start doing good, which I'm curious to see how that'll play off in the Daredevil world. And I mentioned Daredevil. I don't think this really tied into Daredevil Born Again at all. Maybe the anarchy in the city has to do with maybe Kingpin being locked up, or this person or that person. I don't know. If you saw Daredevil Born Again, spoilers. But yeah, this seemed to be a pretty standalone thing. It doesn't feel like you really need to watch any of Daredevil Born Again Season 2 in order to watch the special, which I guess is kind of a good thing and kind of like I don't know, it just felt like a random episode. It was fun, it was cool to save Frank Castle, and knowing that this is a part of the MCU, and we got a little bit of a prelude of where he's at now mentally before Spider-Man Brand New Day. So, either way, it was fun. It was a fun time. I liked it. Wasn't blown away by it. I'd probably give it about a 3.5 out of 5. Maybe a 4 if I really think about it. But I'm leaning towards 3.5 out of 5 because it was solid, but it wasn't the greatest special of all time. I wasn't blown away by the action. You know, I've seen crazy action and killings before. I think the story and the narrative didn't move me enough to really get me there. So it was fun. It's watchable. I'd probably watch it again. I'm not really excited to go out of my way to watch it again, but I would. But that's just my opinion. What did you guys think of the special? Did you love it? Are you just excited to see the Punisher back? I will say that I was missing him in Daredevil Born Again Season 2. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure he never appeared in Daredevil. We haven't seen him in a while. So it was cool just to see him there. And I thought that was going to have more tie-in, again, to that season, this special. But it didn't. That's kind of a flaw for me. But it was cool to hang out with him again. And I'm excited to see him in the future. So comment down below. Did you like the special? Are you excited to see him in Brand New Day? Where do you think that's going to lead to? And explain to me why the city was as crazy as it was. Because I missed it. Like, comment, and subscribe for more MCU content. I have some Daredevil videos if you want to go check those out. If you are new here, I'm going to be making a lot of content centered around the MCU in the future in preparation for Spider-Man Brand New Day. Supergirl coming up. A lot of superhero content coming out. The Boys season finale review coming very soon. Subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.